Hi guys, it's Mrs. Brewer here, and I stopped past school today, if you can't tell, and I thought this would be the perfect time to do a read aloud. So since it's spring break, we're going to take a break from our Percy Jackson book, and we're going to read just a few really fun picture books that I'd love for you to get to see. So the first one we're going to read today is called Emmanuel's Dream, and it's the true story of Emmanuel Ofosu Yeboah. Hope I said that right. Okay, here we go. In Ghana, West Africa, a baby boy was born. 2 bright eyes blinked in the light. 2 healthy lungs let out a powerful cry. 2 tiny fists opened and closed, but only 1 strong leg kicked. Most people thought he would be useless, or worse, a curse. His father left, never to return. But his mother had faith. Her name was Comfort, and she named her first child Emmanuel, meaning God is with us. As Emmanuel grew, Mama Comfort told him he could have anything, but he would have to get it for himself. He learned to crawl and hop, to fetch water and climb coconut trees. Can you imagine doing that with only 1 leg? And he even shined shoes to earn money. Ooh, I think he must have had a lot of grit and determination. Most kids with disabilities couldn't go to school in West Africa. Still, Emmanuel's mother carried him there. Oh, his mama loves him a lot. Until one day she said, "You are too heavy." From then on, Emmanuel hopped to school and back. 2 miles. Could you hop 2 miles? Each way on 1 leg, all by himself. This is amazing. At first, nobody would play with him. So Emmanuel saved his money and bought something none of his classmates had, a brand new soccer ball. Of course he would share it if he could play too. Lunging and spinning on crutches his grandmother had found for him and kicking the ball with his good left foot, Emmanuel earned their respect. His new friends sometimes used their lunch money to rent bikes. Would Emmanuel be able to join them? His friend Godwin pushed him fast so he could balance. Over and over again, Emmanuel fell. Hard. Ow, I bet that hurt. But finally, he rode. When Emmanuel was 13, Mama Comfort got very sick. She could no longer sell vegetables at the market, and Emmanuel's sister and brother were too little to work. He would have to support them. Against his mother's wishes, Emmanuel snuck out and boarded a midnight train to the bustling city of Akura, 150 miles away, alone. He didn't know it then, but it would be 2 years before he saw his family again. Could you imagine going 2 years without seeing your family? Emmanuel arrived full of hope, but there were so many people. No one would hire him. Shopkeepers and restaurant owners told him to go out and beg like the other disabled people. Emmanuel refused. Finally, a food stand owner offered him a job and a place to live. When Emmanuel wasn't serving drinks, he kept busy shining shoes. He earned money and sent it home. One morning, when Emmanuel went to buy shoe shining supplies, the shopkeeper thought he was there to beg and scolded him. Insulted, Emmanuel slammed his money on the counter. The shopkeeper apologized, but Emmanuel would never forget. I bet that hurt his feelings a lot. When Mama Comfort grew sicker, Emmanuel went home to be with her. From her bed on Christmas Eve, she told her son, "Be respectful. Take care of your family. Don't ever beg. And don't give up." Ooh, that's good advice. By the next morning, Emmanuel's mama was dead. He was heartbroken, but he knew her last words had been a gift. He would honor them by showing everyone that being disabled does not mean unable. It was a big dream, but Emmanuel had a plan. Emmanuel had a sharp mind, a bold heart, and one strong leg. All he needed was a bike. At first, no one would help. They thought his plan to bicycle around Ghana was impossible. Then, Emmanuel wrote to the Challenged Athletes Foundation all the way in San Diego, California. They sent him a bike, plus a helmet, shorts, socks, and gloves. Wow, that's amazing. Emmanuel started training for the long ride. He persuaded the king of the region to give him a royal blessing. He went door to door asking for additional support. Finally, he hired a taxi to follow him with drinking water, a camera, and of course his best friends. Then, Emmanuel tied his right leg to the bike's frame, jammed his left foot into a flip-flop attached to the pedal, and rode. How cool. Emmanuel pedaled through the bustling city of Accra. He pedaled through rainforests, over rolling hills, across wide, muddy rivers. He pedaled past oudum forests and plantain farms, and through the market city of Kumsai. He pedaled as trucks roared past on the narrow highways, and wild animals stalked his thoughts. He pedaled through vast grasslands and into the ancient city of Tamale. He rode up, down, across, and around his country, proudly wearing the colors of its flag on a shirt printed with the words, "The Pozo," or the disabled person. Look at that. How amazing is that? He rode his bike all the way across this country. All the way, Emmanuel talked with those with physical challenges and those without, to poor farm workers and wealthy landowners, to religious leaders, government officials, and reporters. He wanted everyone to see him and his disability. He wanted everyone to hear him and his message. The farther Emmanuel rode, the more attention he got. Children cheered. Able-bodied adults ran or rode along with him. People with disabilities left their homes and came outside, some for the very first time in their entire life. The young man, once thought of cursed, was becoming a national hero. How amazing. He completed his astounding journey, pedaling south to the sea and back up to Accra, nearly 400 miles in just 10 days. Do you think you could ride your bike 400 miles in 10 days? That's a really long bike ride. But Emmanuel's success goes even further than that. He proved that one leg is enough to do great things, and one person is enough to change the entire world. And over here, here's a quote from him. It says, "In this world, we are not perfect. We can only do our best." All right, so this week, as you're enjoying spring break, remember, have some grit, try something new, and don't be afraid if it doesn't work the first time. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.